In this video we're going to look at setting up the Lab09 files on your web server. Some of you have been having some problems with this, so I decided to create a special video for the Lab09 files and setting up your web server. What we're going to be doing here is I'll be downloading the zip file, extracting the zip file, placing it in the correct location, and if you don't know what the correct location is, I'll show you where to find the correct location. Then we're going to be placing your SQL database information in the database credentials.php file, uploading that to the web server along with all the other files for Lab9, accessing your site, and then creating the ice cream demo database. We're going to be creating 2 ice cream databases in this lab. This is the demo database, the first one we'll be starting with, and then we're going to verify the data has been created correctly. 3, 2, 1. Here in Learn It Stout, underneath week 9 is where the file is that you can download. Go down to the second step, and right here is the file you have to download. What I'm going to do is click on that, opens up another tab, and then I click on download. We'll save the file. I'm going to place it in my downloads and click save. Download it. Should be a fairly quick download, and right here I have my downloads folder and the file here. We'll extract it. What I do is I have the lab file 9. It may not say .zip after it, but if it has this little folder that has a zipper on it, this is what we're looking for. I'll right click on that folder and say extract all. Where do you want it to be extracted? If you don't remember where you should extract these folders, what you can do is you can go back into PHP Storm. On the left side here, when you click on project, you can expand that out, and right here is where you place that. For me, it's C users administrator PHP Storm in the ICT 475-Olson KE folder. We can go ahead and click browse. A lot of times they'll have a shortcut right to the user account you're logged in. You can expand that down. We scroll down and find PHP Storm projects. There's my ICT 475 folder. I click on it, it's highlighted, and I click OK. Right now we're good to go. I'll leave this checked here. Click extract. Goes through, extracts it, and then once again we can see we're in the administrator PHP Storms project ICT 475, and here's our folder. And there's all our files that you should have. Going into PHP Storm now, PHP Storm, I didn't do anything. PHP Storm automatically identified that there's files there, added them into our folder. Next step is to add your login information to the database credentials. Double click that here, and you should be able to get your database name, your host name, your username, and your password all from that Azure information sheet I had. I entered in my information from my Azure information sheet I had you create last week. At this point in time, we can upload all the files to the web server. If we go over to the right, it should say remote host over here on the very right far edge. I'm going to click on it. As you can see, this is the actual web server from Microsoft. It's in the Azure, it's in the cloud, and it doesn't have no Lab9 files here. Over on the left side, if I go to the Lab9 here, right click on it and say upload, it will upload the files, and you can watch down here in the bottom right, it's progress. We're about halfway, about 3/4 of the way, getting close, and done. Then up here we can see that the files have been uploaded. There's a Lab9 folder, it's all been uploaded there. At this point in time, we can go to our website and check. Here's my base website. Once again, it has the default web page that the web server put there when we set it up. Here's my web address. To get to the Lab9 files, you take your web address and you put /lab09. Enter, and there's our web page. As you can see, this looks very similar to last week's page we had. I did this on purpose to use the same data so that we're kind of familiar with it. Next step is to create the ice cream demo database. To do that, we go up here and underneath database setup, simply click on create table Lab09 ice cream demo. When you click on it, it'll come back. It'll give us some information. Table creation successful. It created the table there. Now it went through and it added several records types of ice cream into our database. Once we're done here, we can go back to the main page by clicking return to the main page. And to see that all the information is there, we can just simply click on the R for our CRUD, retrieve records, and it'll print out records. Now verifies our data is there, and we have all of our lab files set up, and we have our database connection. Thank you for watching.